Good morning. This is Desiree, founder of An Empowered Woman and Let's Talk Success. And we've been around for 10 years supporting women in starting, fixing, and building their businesses through our radio shows, TV shows, mastermind meetings, seminars, and awesome live events. And one of our signature programs is the Power of Seven. And that came about because people asked me, Desiree, how did you build your community so quickly? And how have you been able to maintain this membership community for over 10 years? And there's a couple of things that I say that no matter where you are in your business, no matter how established you are, that you can implement that will bring you more credibility, more visibility, and more revenue streams. And so usually I go on with the PowerPoint and I kind of go through something very specific. But today I wanted to find out what are some of the things that you want to know and that are troubling you with your business. So I'm opening this call up or this hangout up for that purpose. Now, a couple of questions have already come in. So I'm going to answer the questions and the questions and the answers with hopes that you'll be able to find some real value in this. So one of them is about affiliates. And the question was, I don't want my site to look like a flea market with a lot of different tags and advertisements. So what do I do? Well, there's a lot of beautiful ways of doing it, and I'll share some of them. One of them is like we work with Dr. Gail Jackson, and she's one of our coaching clients, and she's been doing incredible with her business, and especially for industries like that where it's non-traditional to have affiliates. For example, again, doctors, attorneys, we have veterinarians, architects, financial planning. Like, what would you do, and how would you incorporate affiliate income with your business? Now, first, let's clarify what is an affiliate. There's two ways. One of them is that when you are an affiliate, which means that you have a business, a product, a program, or a service, and you want other people to promote it for you, and you want to compensate them either with a flat fee or a percentage of their sales. So in companies like CRMs like Infusionsoft and quite a few others allow you to set up affiliate programs. We have one, and where others can promote your business, again, for the purposes of one, because they really like it and want to share it, but secondly, be able to be compensated from it. And the other sort of affiliates is when you promote other people's products, programs, and services, and they pay you for it. So today I'm concentrating on that aspect of it. So some people don't have any products at all. They just want to get into a side or a passive income. And so what they do is that they, depend on what genre or what interest they have, they go to websites like Commission Junction, CJ.com, or you can go to ClickBank, clickbank.com. And ClickBank will actually be able to tell you, you go and you select whether it's by industry, whether it's by company, whether it's by product. You have all the different areas, whether it's religious or anything that you want, and you select it, and then they will show you the companies that they represent. It's like a middleman because they're like a broker. Instead of going to each individual company like Nike or American Airlines or this one or that one, you go to one place, put your information in, and you have to fill it out completely, including your bank information, because they usually will just send you the checks and even your tax ID information because it's money, it's a lot of money, and it can be a lot of money, and they will actually be able to take out your taxes as a result of it. So you fill out the form on these sites and then you select the ones that you want, and then they can decide to approve you. Sometimes some companies don't approve you. You have to be a certain size, you have to have a certain amount of traffic to your website, you have to be seasoned. But then there's thousands of companies that would. And so once you apply for it and they approve you, then they give you access to all the links, all the embed codes. So you take those links or those codes and put it on your website. And some of them are in script and type. Some of them are in banners, horizontal, vertical, blinking ones, large colors, all different types of banners, things that you would want to put on your website or your newsletters or whatever you want from there. And then as the person goes to that site and they buy it, from your site rather, they buy it, then you're automatically paid for it. So it can be something as simple as Amazon, which doesn't pay a lot because the price points are small, to something. It could be clothing, it could be electronics, anything that you like that you can do. And it's the same thing with ClickBank. A lot of them, you can, if you have a program that you want to get affiliates for, you put it on there, or you just go on there and you promote other people's products. Some of them have videos. They do all the marketing for you. So all you have to do is find a location for it. So, for example, with Dr. Jackson, I think we said, okay, what are the things that she liked? What are the things that she patronized anyway? She travels a lot, so we found her favorite restaurants, her favorite airlines, her favorite hotel chains, her favorite destination resorts, clothing. She likes Lulu. She likes certain type of shoes. Um, so we have those companies that she likes, she wears, and it's easy for her to recommend. And we're going to do it when she has an outfit on, a little outfit on, we'll take a photograph and say, oh, Dr. Jackson is sporting this outfit, and click here to find out more, how you can find it, something like that type. So we have Dr. Jackson's favorite things, a page on her website. And again, it's not, people go there and they see the things and they want to duplicate that or get them, they can. Because how many times, ladies, do we always ask, where'd you get those shoes? Where'd you get that purse? Where'd you get this? Where'd you get that? So now they can go there and they can actually purchase it. And if they do, she gets compensated. So that's truly, once you set it up, passive income. Another way is that once we had we do a newsletter, those of you who do newsletters, and we would have a little column or box that would say, consider this. And we would share, at that time we had Constant Contact. And Constant Contact was doing an article on the best times to send out the emails, which is valuable information for anybody. So we included in that little consider this box the start of a blurb, like the best time to send out emails. And then we have click here, which took you to Constant Contact's site. And once you got there, if you decide to sign up, then we were compensated. If you decide to be able to absorb the information, then it wasn't any, then that you had some information. So we have another program, so you can incorporate it on your newsletters, your sites that you're using now, and things of that type. A lot of companies are just supported, like Pandora and Evites. You see the ads there, they're supported by affiliates. Another way is for your favorite things. At a certain time of year on Christmas, we gift the community our favorite things. And those are maybe the top 10 sites that we use. Well, they're affiliates, because a lot of them say, well, I want to be able to use them as well. So if you did choose to utilize some of the sites that we find as our favorite things, then we get compensated. One is a program that we have. We have a totally separate site for this. It's called Good Monday Morning. And what I did is I interviewed businesses, the best online products, programs, and services for the busy professional. So companies like PayPal or Cabbage or Infusionsoft or Free Conference Call, whatever. They did a virtual tour. So they were actually was interviewing them as they took us through their sites and their features, so that people could see what was really different and special about them. And what we're doing is we're going to distribute each one of those shows every Monday morning. And then if someone likes it, they'll look at it, get the information, and say, wow, I didn't know this did this, I didn't know these details. But if they engage or enroll in it, then we're compensated. So it's the nice way that we can provide information, share services and things that may be available that the busy professional may not find on their own, but we're able to do that, and then we're able to be compensated if they decide. The big thing about affiliate marketing is that you want to disclose that you do have a compensation, or you may be compensated for their subscription. It's good business practice. So let them know that it's an affiliate program that you may be compensated. And I always tell people that if they like the product, they enjoy it, I encourage them to do the same, share it and be compensated for it. There's a lot of other ways to be able to use affiliate marketing. People make thousands, hundreds of thousands, literally millions of dollars using affiliate marketing. So it depends on how you market it. Go to your social media and say, hey, I'm at this location, I'm at Club Med, and I just love it. And there's the pictures and so forth. Check it out. It could be a link to Club Med. If they register, decide to go, then you compensated. So there's many ways to be able to do it. And when we do our Power 7, or when I ask you to call, you're more welcome to call for a private consultation. I can share some specifics for you. So that's one question. Another way is sponsors. Okay, there's a young lady who has she has different types of sponsors. She was asking about sponsors. She has a great company called Guitar Goddesses. She features women playing the guitar. And she has a lot of footage, she has a lot of collateral videos and audios, and so it's get sponsors. So there's lots of ways to do that. One is, the easiest is to go to guitar companies to see that they want to be sponsored, so that these women that are buying guitars, if they're playing guitars, they buy guitars, would want to feature them. I mean, that's what this program is being sponsored by, so forth. That was the natural. And also going into the stores, there's a lot of little companies. Maybe it's the music stand or the picks or an amplifier or just something that's related, but doesn't get, not in the forefront, not as obvious, that but still necessary for those who utilize that product to know about. So they contact them and see if they want to be part of it. You can contact different venues. If there's like I think in LA we have Roxy or certain places, music venues where they have open mic or opportunities for these musicians to play. That maybe it could be a bookstore. It could be, because they have music books. It could be um, food. It could be if there's a water or a drink, that is common amongst. So really look around that environment, that venue, and find something appropriate. And then maybe someone that's not already in that space. Maybe there's a t-shirt company or a clothing company or a jacket company or a case company or a car. It could be anything. It could be a drink, alcohol, non-alcoholic. It could be a health food bar for the people that are on the road. So anything that's, that would be appropriate, anyone that wants that target market would be a potential sponsor. And again, I've seen some matches where I've seen people that do cooking shows and yet they car companies representing them. So if you have the visibility and you can really be able to define what your demographic is, like ours is women in business, and someone who wants that market, then you're able to put them in front of it. And now people are utilizing it as more partners as opposed to sponsors, because they're actually getting more involved, more engaged, and more visible as opposed to just having a commercial there and then being gone. There's basically 3 types of sponsorships. You can have a sponsorship that gives you money, that pays you for pays you money, and it could be the best to get them for annual or a multi-annual agreement, so that you're not having to chase them month by month by month, but they can pay monthly, but get an agreement where you've got that commitment for a period of time. You can have sponsors in kind, where that they don't give you money, but perhaps they'll give you guitars, or they'll give you some supplies or equipment, or there's something that you can exchange. It's like a bartering sponsor. They can do that. Or you can have a media sponsor, which could be a newspaper, a magazine, television, radio, anything that's involved with the media. Sometimes now even blogs fall in that category, that says, I have your audience, I want more of your audience, and I'm going to be one of your sponsors, a media sponsor. It's all a win-win. And then another thing that's coming recently, it's very popular, is cause marketing. So say, for example, her cause is to be able to get more visibility for women and play guitar. It's kind of, maybe people don't realize how many women are actually doing that. So they would kind of stand behind this. It could be almost partial advertising expense or a donation, a philanthropic move. So there's lots of ways of approaching it. You need to kind of just zoom in to who else would want that market, and then being able to make the approach them and then create a package. And that's what we do. We help you create a package so that it's really concise. They can get, there's a lot of, again, collateral you can share, whether it's audio, whether it's video, whether it's live events, whether it's being articles, whether you have an event, whether them being, I'm going to get my questions up. I'm looking for my cues, my questions, I think. So there's different ways of being able to incorporate them in your communication, and it's a win-win. And that's what you want, something that's good for them and it's good for you. And sometimes it takes time for them to actually see the ROI, which is return on the investment. What I always advise is find out what their average price point is. So if their average price point is maybe $1,000 a customer, and you're charging them $10,000, it's a small amount. Well, all they need is one, or all they need is 10 customers rather. And if they get 20 customers or 30 customers or 50 customers over a year's time, then they've made their money back 5 times. So you have to do the numbers for them. You have to find out, based on what you're charging, what their price point is, and be able to show them what it takes to do that. Know that you have the traffic, you have the ability to be able to get them those customers. And it's not all about the customers. Sometimes it's just brand awareness. Sometimes they have a product that necessarily it's not B2C, business to consumers. Maybe more B2B, maybe other businesses. So just find out first what their market is, what they've done, what they need more of, and be able to customize something for them. So another question was, a young lady, Becky Thompson, has a home for battered women, and we're going to plan a launch for her. And so we were thinking of some fundraising ideas. And one of the things that we mentioned was, she did it with somebody else who had a home that she was doing, is that at the launch, have to register as you would for a bridal shower or wedding shower, things like that, at the different stores. And then at the stores, whether it's one's in the lower end of being a Target and maybe being a Macy's or an appliance store, things that you need for the home. Because whenever you do those, you're going to need the towels, the dishes, the sheets, all the eeny weeny TVs, stereos, TVs, bedding, cookware. You're going to need lots and lots. The toiletries, you need lots of things, even if it's down to paper towels. So they registered to places like Target and to other Bed Bath and Beyond and maybe a Macy's, and that way you get exactly what you want, what you need. You don't get 100 towels or 5 toasters to take back. You really get what you need, and it's easy for your guests. So you have that, and they're easy to share because they can say, okay, I'm going to come, and they can share the link of the registry or the invitation with that information in it to their friends or to other associates. And one thing too is that even if for some reason they can't attend in person, they can still buy something to you and have it delivered directly to you. Because a lot of people are not even picking it up and carrying it in. They're simply ordering it online, and we all know that we do that, and then have it shipped to the destination. So it's a great way to really be on target as to what you're going to get. Make sure that people have an option of being able to bring from toilet tissue to, again, a dishwasher, and being able to know that you don't duplicate it, and for people to be able to do it whether they attend or not. So that's one way. Another way for, especially if you're just launching something, is auctions. Auctions are really, we've done a lot of auctions that have been really profitable because basically people donate the items. So again, if we use the house, for example, then people can donate, companies can donate the dishware, they can donate some of the house utensils, they can donate furniture, and then you auction it off. And so you're able to raise money. So that way that money can be towards whatever things that you need, or if it's just even operating expenses, you're able to do that. And a lot of people will donate things because it's good advertising for them. More people know about their product or their program, or their services. Could be a gardening service, could be a flower company, could be a catering service, whatever it is. More people know about that. There's more business for them. And almost every business have a budget for something that they donate. Even yourself, I'm sure your business is something that you can donate to people that would be beneficial to you, so you're helping them out, but also beneficial to the person that's actually auctioning it, bidding for it. And in some instances, check with your accountant, is tax deductible. So it's a win-win for you and for them. So there's more ways of raising funds. These sponsorships, again, are one way. But being able to do fundraisers is another way. And there's so many different fun ways of being able to do it. All right, the next question was from Anna Jackson. She's speaking. In a couple of weeks in Michigan, and I'm going to have the pleasure of going out there to support her. And she was like, what do I speak? What do I say? So we're going to customize a speech for her about, she owned beauty schools, and she's had great success with it. And then she's also bought a lot of real estate and doing the crash, lost a lot of real estate. And so now she wants to start speaking about not only how to build your business, how to maintain your business, and what best person to do it from the person that is successful having one. So we create her speech, but she also said, like, what do I do? What do I sell? How do I monetize this? Because they're not paying for the event. There's lots of ways of monetizing without them paying you. And one of them is being able to create packages and programs for that. So we're going to create different packages for her, like A, B, and 3. Never, ever, ever more than 3 packages when you're presenting something. There's too much for people to decide, to make decisions. So you have your premier package, and we're going to create, she's going to do a class, a program, a private, small, like 20 people person coaching program for those who want to actually learn how to open the school with all the different things, from the legal requirements to the setting it up, to decorations, to the staff, to the HR, to all the things. You're going to create a curriculum, a 2-day curriculum for her to be able to host and to teach a boot camp for those who are truly interested in being able to start their own beauty schools, get into the business on that level. So those are the ownerships. So that'll be one price point, and that'll be the highest price point. And then we're going to work through the curriculum for that. Then the next level is for people that have one or have the salon anymore already, but maybe want to be able to Maybe they're having difficulty creating more cash flow. Maybe they're having difficulty organizing their appointments or keeping their team motivated. That's really a big job because they're independent contractors and they kind of do their own thing, and being able to get everyone on board so that as they do better, you can do better. So that will be for the next level. So it'll be a program that we're going to do as a webinar for that. So that's a lower price point, but you'll be able to have more people participate. And so that's an option. And then the third package would be something that people can simply download. She's going to do a series of the top 10 questions that they ask about the industry, be successful in that industry, either being in a beauty school or having a salon. And it'll be something that some people can just buy and download. And if they want to learn more, participate into the webinar, upsell into the webinar. And if they're interested in doing their own business, like from scratch, upsell them into her private boot camp. So being able to create that, being able to create the products, being able to create what you're going to do and how to do it, your price points, even as far as creating her brochure that she's going to give out. There's ways that there's a strategy and a way to be able to lay that out so that everybody has an opportunity to have one and fill it out. And that one key thing is that to have one where a check mark where they can fill out and get their information, but they can just be included and notified the next time you have an event as a VIP, which means that before you publicize something, they're the first to know. And the reason why you do that is that like everybody in the room is filling out the form. So you don't know whether they're filling it out to say this check that notify me of future events, or whether they're buying the A or the B or the C package. But psychologically, when everyone sees everyone filling out something, then they're more inclined to fill out and purchase something because you have something for everybody. And then if nothing else, you'll be able to capture everybody's information, and you can include that information to a drawing, or you simply can give everybody another free download or something thereafter by including that. So those are some of the ways that when you're speaking and you don't have the option of being able to sell from the room, being able to offer that in the back of the room, or being able to offer some kind of free download or free opt-in so that you can get everyone's contact information, or a drawing. I mean, it doesn't even have to be your products. You can get the top book, or you can get an iPad, or we've often get gift cards, $100 gift card where they can use wherever they want. People will give you their name and number for a $100 gift card, and it's worth it to you. You have a room of whether it's 10 people or 1,000 people, it's worth it to you to be able to do that, because you'll be able to now get them into your database and upsell them or capture them for some future benefits. And you have your target market, so it's not a better market than to get that crowd that's in front of you that has already known you. They know you now because it's so it becomes a warm lead, and then also they had an opportunity to know, like, and trust you. So capture that information. There's many ways of doing it. So again, if you have an opportunity to be speaking and you're not sure, contact me and I'll be able to share some ideas with you. All right, a couple more questions. Joint ventures. Okay, Camille is asking, she has a book that she's launching, and she wants to figure out how she can get it out there and how she can, I guess, just get it out there and promote it. Okay, so joint ventures. I would recommend joint ventures for her. If you have anything, whether it's a program or product or service, it's so much easier, faster, better to do it with others. And you see it all the time. You see the big ones, whether it's Callan Rush or Jonathan or Lisa Sachovich, whatever, or Brandon Bouchard. You see them promoting each other's products all of the time. And it's because that list collectively is much bigger and stronger than your solo list. And it allows an opportunity for you to grow the list. So there's different ways of approaching it. Depends on how seasoned you are. Depends on what you're offering. But even if you're just starting, there's other people that are just starting as well and still have a list. So you have 1,000 people on your list, and you find somebody else with 1,000 people, or another person with 1,000 people. Now you have access to 3,000 people with your program. You take that by 10 people, you get 10,000. If you have 10,000 and you can do the same numbers, you can do the math. Okay, it grows exponentially that way. And it's all about you do for them and they'll do for you. So it's it has to be a benefit for everybody. But you have someone promote, then you collaborate with them. You put systems in place where, again, either they have affiliate links or sometimes some way of being able to determine who is coming as a result of their promotion. So if you have affiliate link, that means they get compensated, and some of them will love to do it for the compensation. Some of the different promotions I've seen where they show the money, they get contests, and they'll show who's in first place and second place and how much so and so made and to date and how much this person made to date, and so they keep track of that to, I guess, to add its incentive, and they have prizes up to like $25,000 worth of prizes for those who win first place and second place. So that's one way of doing it, or just wait to be able to say collectively, I'm going to have my launch this month, and 2 months later you're going to have your launch, and I'll promote to my list, and going from that point on. So, but do it together. It's more fun. And again, you can do it with so many different industries. We've had one young lady do it with, she was in fashion. Bobby was in fashion, and then Crystal was in finance. And you think, okay, how can they do something together? They created this wonderful program called Fashion and Finance. If you get your finances well, you'll be able to afford all the fashion that you want. So it was fun. They had get-togethers. They had great refreshments. Women loved it because they learned something as well as had fun as well. And they collaborated. So you need to make more money. You build your list, and again, it's just more fun to be able to do it. Sometimes some people have different resources. Maybe one person has a facility. We had a young lady that she had a beautiful home in Woodland Hills, and Angelita had Monavit at that time. Another young lady, Lisa, had a book. And so they gave it at Angelita's home, and she did her introduction, served Monavit with some other refreshments, and then she introduced Lisa. Lisa talked about the book, and then they had a little area where Lisa was selling her books, and then she had an area where she was actually autographing her books, and then it was time for more refreshments and Monavit and other things. So it was fun. It was great. It was beneficial financially to both of them. And it's just one way of being able to do it. You don't have to do it alone. I mean, there's enough solopreneurs. There's enough part of your life where you are working solo. So when you have an opportunity to bring other people in, do it. We do our events. For years, we had a second Sunday. And we always brought other people in. We always brought other speakers in. For 9 years, consistently, 11 months out of the year, we brought different speakers in for different topics. That way they were bringing their tribe, their crowd. Some people came for certain people that would have never come out otherwise. So that we brought them in, and be willing to share the stage. Be willing to share the expertise. You don't know it all, so you can have a conversation and find out what they know and still be able to incorporate what you know without feeling that you're competing against each other. There's ways we used to be able to for joint ventures with different, again, locations. We'd have something where we would go to on April Fool's Day, we would go to a club, and between the hours of 6 to 9, and they would, from 6 to 7, people would come in and they could have drinks. They buy the drinks at the bar. From 7 to 8, we would do a rapid networking exercise where somebody else, Renee Piani used to host that, or Kathleen Rowland used to host that. So they were involved, and they were able to promote themselves, and everybody got to know each other. And then from 8 to 9, people had a chance to eat and buy more drinks, liquor, hang out, network. And it was a win-win. They had the opportunity of having more people in their facility. Sometimes it was 50, 100, that's what it was. And then we had more opportunity. Kathleen or Renee, whoever we were joint venturing with, had an opportunity to be able to bring their people out of their list, and we brought people out of our list. So again, it's a win-win. Everyone has a chance to be able to market, to be able to upsell, to be able to promote, do it and have fun in the process. And what's really good is that we've done it from only our social media. We didn't even share our list with them. We were really trying to pull the people from our social media into our database. And sometimes you ask, like, okay, I've got all these friends and fans and followers. How do I get them into my database so I can truly connect with them on a different level? Well, that was one thing that we did. And we just did it consistently. One year we did it at the W Hotel. A couple years we did it at the Angelino, the rooftop penthouse. So again, it didn't cost us anything because we didn't pay for the location, and people bought. It was happy hours. We even had special menus for them so that everything was like either pink or empowered woman or just kind of cute, and it was very reasonable, so they didn't have to spend a lot of money. It was like happy hour prices, and it worked. But it worked for us and worked for them. So that's, you do live events, joint venture, you can do virtual events, you can do, when we go out of the country, we go out of the cities, we partner with other women's groups and organizations to be able to support what we're doing. Another example of that joint ventures is when we launched our digital magazine called Let's Talk Success. We knew we had a healthy database, but we wanted to expand it. We really wanted to go in different countries. So we researched and got different women's groups and organizations all around the world, and as well as the ones here that we were communicating with or we've had relationships with over the years. And we created a board of influencers. That means that these were people that had influence of our target market, which is women in business. So there were some men, like from CEO Space, there were some Lofton and Company, there was, and then most of them were women. And the exchange was that we will promote them on a Google Hangout and YouTube, and we promote their business. We had a conversation with them about the secrets to their success and how we all support having more positive programs for women in business. And we also listed them on our website under our Let's Talk Success page. And then on our digital magazine, we list them and included their links, live links, so people can go right to their websites and find out more about them. In exchange, we asked them that for 4 times a year to distribute our magazine to their database exclusively. So like to their social media, to their database, either if they have a special event or incorporate it as a membership. Some of them are membership communities, so it's like a free membership to the magazine if it was appropriate. So we promoted them, and they in turn promoted us, which gave us access because we actually asked them what their reach was. And according to our records, their records that they submitted, we had over 5 million access. But we say on our website, we have access to over 1 million empowered women worldwide, thanks to our board of influencers. So that raised our numbers tremendously because obviously we don't have 1 million in our database as yet, but collectively, some of them had 100,000, some of them had, and we had, I think, 21, and we have room for more. We haven't gotten around to it, but we have room for more. So that's how immediately you could be able to build your visibility. So there's lots of ways that we talk about your business, we'll be able to structure something and create something that works for you. We also do all kinds of promotions with other people, like promoting, we had a Wicked Wednesday, where we would promote our members' products that had to be $100 value or more, and we were promoted every Wednesday. So all day we're on our social media promoting the product, and people were filling out the application for the promotion. And we would select at the end of the day the winner, and like for if it was March to 15th, the 15th person that applied. If it was the 31st, it was the 31st person. If it was, over 31st, then the last person or the first person. So we were able to choose the winners, and they won. And the person that gave the prize, they got the list, and we could disclose that this list would be, shared with only the sponsors of the event and ourselves for privacy purposes. And that means that company had an opportunity to send everybody an email thanking them for their interest, and then making an offer for that, giving them maybe a 2-for-1 or a 50% discount or something like that. So that joint venture was great for us. It was great for our members because we both got the visibility and the credibility and more income. So there's lots of ways of doing that. And then there's just, creating programs. And there's lots that you can do. And I just don't want to take up a lot of your time. I just want to share some of the things that people have been asking. I have webinars all the time. I have seminars. We have a great event next Friday, August the 5th, from 8:30 to 5 at the beautiful Lux Hotel on Sunset Boulevard. And what I will be going through is our full Power 7 programs. I have a lot of people say, well, Desiree, I have videos, I have radio shows, I have articles, I have community, but I'm just not making 6 figures with it. I'm not really generating at least $8,000 a month. And I want to be able to do that plus more. So this is the opportunity that you participate, you register, obviously, you participate, and you will be able to learn all that. And I have a small group because I like small groups, so I can really give you the individual attention. So there'll be no more than 15, 16 people in the room. We'll have a beautiful lunch. It's valet parking. You will be treated and honored like a queen or king. Men were all invited. We usually have most of the women though. And it's just a really good way for you to be able to hear all the things that you can do with, podcasts, periscopes, Facebook live streams, webinars, Google Hangouts, getting your own, writing a book, creating your own magazine, your own digital magazine. It's not a lot easier than you think. Your blogging, your articles, your speaking engagements. How do you get them? How do you monetize events, whether it's virtual event or a live event? How do you get sponsors for you? How do you package that? All of that we go over on the 5th. One day we do that, and then it's been done. I've been doing for years, and it's basically just showing you how we have been able to do it. We've had masterminds, we've had memberships, we have all that. So you don't need to start from scratch. You don't need to figure it out. You don't need to go through, that the learning curves. Take it from someone who's been there and done that. I've been an entrepreneur since I was 12, and it's not. I didn't take a class. I didn't take a course. I don't have a degree. I do have a degree in business administration, but my experience, what I share with you, is based on my experiences. And it can't get better than that. Experience is the best teacher. So you're being taught or from someone who not only knows the tools, because I love playing on the internet, but they also know the real world of being an entrepreneur, from cash flow to team, everything that's involved in that. And we'll be able to share that. If that day you decide you want to know more, I have 2-day privates or 1-day privates, rather than 2-day small groups where we actually have one this weekend, where ladies are coming in to my home and they will be spending all day. It's a get it done program, so that we will actually do the walk away as a published author, radio shows and TV shows, the format, the names, the titles, the time, sponsors, affiliate lists. All of that will be done for them. So wherever you are in your business, whatever you need in your business, please reach out to me and let me support you like that. So I've been doing all my adult life, and that's what I enjoy doing. So find out more information. I would prefer for you to call. I'm one of the few companies that want to talk to you. I want to find out what you're doing and make sure it's a fit. So the phone number is 818-865-8563. Extension number 3 brings you directly to me. I will have it in the description. It's 818-865-8563. Or you can email me at Desiree@anempoweredwoman.com. I'll spell it out. DESIREE @ANEMPOWEREDWOMAN.com. Again, all the information will be in this description. Please subscribe to us on YouTube. We gotta get those numbers up. Connect with us on our social media. We'd love to stay in touch. And I hope you have a beautiful, beautiful day. And until we meet again, thanks for listening and stay empowered.